Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Williams, your friendly art teacher. I'm here to introduce a lesson focused on proportions and portraits. So I had a request to do this video and I hope that you enjoy it. And I'm going to do this step by step. If you have any questions, please just let me know. You can always message me or maybe even make a comment. If you have any questions, and I'll do my best to answer those for you. Only the materials you're going to need for this activity will be possibly a ruler, a white piece of paper, a drawing pencil, and an eraser. So I'm going to be using just a simple portrait to kind of follow along, just to kind of give you some guidance on how I'm doing this. But it is not required, of course, but it's always great to have a visual in front of you, so that way you can kind of go along and see what areas that need to be tweaked and what areas need to be added. Okay, but again, optional. So you can use just really pencil, ruler, eraser, and paper. Okay, all right. Enjoy the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel, Mrs. Williams Art Room. I'll be adding more videos as the weeks progress. I know a lot of you are at home just like I am, just creating. So continue to create, have fun, and enjoy. All right. See you next time. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start by just taking a look at the portrait. When we look at a face, we can see that our face is proportionate, and there are some guides and lines that we love to use to create our face. One of the things that I like to do is take a ruler. When I'm looking or studying another portrait, I like to take a ruler and create my grid lines, so that way I know where my nose and my eyes and lips will be proportional with one another. So I take my pencil and just lightly on top of the portrait, I draw a line from the top of the hairline all the way down to the chin, and then from there we can see that we have a great rounded face. Guide the shape of the face that we are going to need. We also take our ruler to create the lines for our eyes. So we know that our eyes will be proportionate, lined up. From there, I like to create a line for the eyes. These small lines represent where the eye begins and ends. From there, I use my inside corners of the eye to measure where the nose would be. And this gives you an idea of where things should be set in place. Because of course, every nose and mouth is different. Every eye is different, every shape is different. So for the mouth, these lines will guide you, so that way you know where the mouth should be centered. Okay. So when you see grid lines like this is why that we have these things. This is why these lines are on the face. If you've ever seen other artists creating portraits like this, this is what guides them, so that way they know where the eye should line up, where the nose should be, where the mouth should be. Okay? Alright, so we're going to set that to the side, and let's translate that over to a piece of paper. So I'm going to take my ruler, and if you would like to use the ruler to measure out where it ends, so that way you have a good idea, that's always great. Okay. Measurement. And please draw, of course, lightly. Sketch lines are important, because once you get those sketch lines in, then you can always go and erase as needed. I'm going to bring this line up a little higher. All right, so from there, I'm going to, remember that's where my chin is. I'm going to now take my pencil and try to create that rounded face. There's nothing wrong with, you know, doing those sketch lines, because the lighter, the more lines that you can create to get that shape, the better. You may have to go back in later on and fix things up, and there's nothing wrong with that. We're beginning artists. We're learning as we go. Great. Okay. Then from there, I'm going to look at my lines to create eye to guide me, so I want to make sure that I'm in the right spot for the eyes. Use my ruler to guide me. Okay. From there, I'm going to use those lines that we showed you for the eyes and create that. If I were to put my finger there, it looks like it's about 2 fingers width apart. Okay. All right, then from there, I know that the nose is going to come in from the inside. Remember, from the inside of the eye, that will give you a guide as to where your nose will sit on the face. And then the mouth as well. Alright, so how are we doing? I hope we're doing good, okay? Alright, so from there, this gives us an idea where things should go. Alright, looking good. Okay, next, we're moving on to our eye. So inside of the eye, that's where we want to do our sketching for the shape. So we've got a nice oval, kind of an almond shape. So from there, we're going to start with our eyelid. And if at any time, again, you need to erase or move some things over, please do that. There's nothing wrong with erasing and getting it where you need it to go. There, and do the other side. And if you were doing this without a portrait to guide you, I mean, you would do it the same way. Follow those guidelines. There we can get the nose shape. Nostril. Again, if anything needs to be fixed, fix it up, change it over. the lip, top of the lip here, ridge. Love the sound of a pencil as it sketches across the paper. It's almost kind of therapeutic, isn't it? Alright, eyebrows. We can at least get that kind of laid out. Life. Awesome. Alright, so from there, I'm just going to do a quick sketch line so that way I know where the hair is going to fall. Part in the center of her hair. Gives me an idea of where the hair falls here. Doing good. I'm enjoying doing these videos with you guys. It's kind of hard not being in the art room, you know, my classroom, but you know, I appreciate the technology that we do have, so that way we can still bring lessons and ideas and creative outlets together so we can enjoy art. Good basis here. So now I would take my eraser. I'm going to take a smaller eraser so that way I can go in and get some of these areas that I don't need anymore, because I've got at least the basics down. I know where things are lined up and where they should be. So I'm going to go in. This is why I always say to try to draw lightly as you can. So then that way you can get rid of a lot of these lines as you go, because you've already got your basis. And then, you know, after a while you'll get to a point where you're like, hey, I don't even need this anymore. I can eyeball it. I know where things should go. I know how to proportion it just by looking at it. And the more practice you have at this, the better you'll be. So, you know, don't worry if you at the first steps that you're using these lines. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how we learn. We learn the process first, and then from there we master and we grow from there. Okay. All right. So now, if you do not have any type of shading tool, that's okay. You can always use your finger. I know the students in my class, when we've done shading in the past, we've used our finger or a piece of paper towel wrapped around our finger. That works the same way. But you can use one of these shading tools to go in and add some shading. Okay, so we're going to take our pencil, and I'm going to start here with the eyebrows and just give it a little bit of shade, a little shading. I'm going to add some fine lines to try to mimic her eyebrows. Then I'm going to take that shading tool to darken in. I still want to be able to see some of those fine lines that I've drawn so it can mimic her actual brows. Okay, just this black and white photo kind of as a guide. Not completely following it totally, but at least it's giving us an idea of where things should line up and where things should go. Okay, eye. I know she's got some lashes. So I'm going to try to do some fine lines in here. Like I was saying, you can go in if you feel it up too much. Let some of this go. Go in, eraser. Shading in the eye. And you're taking your tools. That it needs to be a little dark and add more heavy lead, not too much, just enough. A little darker because there's some shadows all about taking your time, going in, adding whatever it is that you're going to need. Let's move over here. Again, not too much pressure on your pencil, but just enough to get you the darkness that you're going to need, the shading that you're going to need, but then yet still enough so that you can erase and take away without harming your picture. That's what you want to do. Alright, she's coming to life now. And one of the secrets with, I don't want to say secrets, but one of the little processes that artists are known to do, it's really about the pressure of your pencil. How much pressure you allow to be on it will determine how the piece will go and how your shading can be developed. You know, you don't want to put too much. I know I have students who push down so hard on their pencil, and then once they've made a line that they're not happy with, then they're upset because now, you know, they want to erase it and then it's not coming out. That's why I always let them know, you know, you've got to go light first, and then once you've gotten a good sense of your lines, then you can go in and start getting it even darker. But in the beginning, you don't want to do that. You want to go as light as you can. Alright, so for our nose, we know in the nostril area it is dark. Much darker. How are we doing? Are we doing okay? Alright, I hope we are. Alright, so in the nostril area, I'm going to, again, I'm darkening. I'm using my tool to rub in to make that a smooth shading. On the outside of the nostril, there is some shading as well. So it's on the top, and then I'm not going to add any pencil lines here, but I am just going to bring some darkness up the nose to just show you can see that there is some shading going on here. You can see the shadows around her nostril area. it takes some time. This is not one of those activities where, you know, it's just a quick, simple fix. It takes some time to really render and go in and get it the way you want. And it really does take some time to do this. So, you know, be patient and don't be so hard on yourself either. You know, it's okay. Take your time. Nothing wrong with it. We're all beginners at some point in our time in our lives. We are beginners. So I am still a beginner. I mean, portraits and working with the human body and face is not an easy task, and that's okay. So we're all still learning. In on the shading portion, so I'm down here by the lips. I'm going to add just a little bit of shadow here. Alright, looking good. Looking good. How's yours? Looking great? Alright, so from there we can go in and start taking our eraser, erasing a couple of lines that may not be totally needed. I'm going to start focusing on the area near the hair. I'm going to go ahead, I know there's a dark shadow here. I'm just going to lightly add some lead and then darken in this area here. Then I'm going to go in and start erasing near the chin to make that a little bit more finer. Again, you can use your finger the same way, just shading in areas. Again, I'm not the best portrait artist, but I can at least get you the basics, and I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Again, you want to go, when you're doing the hair, just go on in, start adding lines to get it the way you desire. Again, you can go in and erase areas that you feel like too much. So it's okay to take away, pull back. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I am looking forward to doing more, and I can't wait to see your results. And please, again, I would love to see what you created. You can follow me on Instagram at Mrs. Williams Art Room, or on Facebook, Marshila Williams. I would love to see what you have created. You can always post it and tag me, okay? So I hope that you got something from today's lesson, and I am looking forward to working and creating more of these lessons with you. I hope that you have a great day. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye, guys.